What's going on, my YouTubers, subscribers, Ryan Reynolds fans alike? Hope you guys are having a great start to your week because we got 2 new movies coming at you this week, and one of them just happens to be the highly anticipated newest live-action fantasy movie just called If. If standing for Imaginary Friends. So I got to see this movie early, courtesy of AMC. You guys are the best. Always love you guys. And this movie good. This movie is definitely a movie we needed. It was a great movie, a good feel-good movie. It's a movie for family, a good movie for kids, adults. It's what I like. Best way I could put it is, it's kind of reminding me of seeing Toy Story for the first time ever. I could feel like this is kind of like the Toy Story-ish kind of movie for today's, audience and stuff like that. I had a great time with this movie, and I was surprised because I didn't know that much about it. Just like, oh, that big purple Barty-looking thing with Ryan Reynolds. What could it be about? Written by John Krasinski, that's how you say his name. My man from The Quiet Place. Loved him. 3 Richards can never do no wrong. Ever. I was just really shocked at how much heart and love is just in this movie, and the message it just has for audiences when they see it. They're definitely one of those sleeper hit movies that you probably didn't know was on your radar, but when you see it, you're going to definitely be happy you saw it. Can't praise the movie enough. It's definitely one of those movies I'm just like, yeah, if see it. For the pros and cons, I believe that If's officially in theater this Friday. I definitely highly suggest you get the kids, you get the families, and just go see this movie and support it. It's definitely worth checking out. Here's why. I dig the movie. Of course, we got Ryan Reynolds. It's Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds, but this is like the Ryan Reynolds that actually has some good acting chops to him. He's just not kind of ad-libbing all the time. I was surprised at how much Ryan Reynolds can be Ryan Reynolds, but also when it's time to kind of turn on the emotional beats, stuff like that. He crushed it. He was great. Started with little girl Cailey Fleming. She was great too. The movie, the two have really great chemistry on screen, so it's just has a good dynamic to it because they're both neighbors and stuff like that. So I thought the actors smashed it. The imaginary characters in the movie too. There's so many the ones, stuff like that just make you be like, damn, there's some creativity in that. It's John. You did it great. The purple one, what's his name? What's the purple one's name? I forgot his name, but I know it's voiced by Steve Carell. And Steve Carell is always great. I just love him. So overall, the characters were great. The acting was great. Everything was just great on all cylinders. So let's talk about the plot. The plot is really simple, more or less. Pretty much, we got Cailey Fleming. Her name is B. Is it B? Okay. I'm trying to remember this movie. I talk so fast because I'm just so excited to talk about this movie that you can't get to see. So let me slow it down for you guys. So. Okay, take 2. The young girl named B and everything like that. She's kind of troubled, she got trouble past, stuff like that. Until one day she realizes that, hey, I could just see imaginary friends, imaginary characters, stuff like that. And she discovered that her next door neighbor, Ryan Reynolds, could do that too. So more or less, she just wants her and Ryan Reynolds are just trying to get all the imaginary friends they can find and reconnect them with the kids all around the world to make everybody Hakuna Matata. That's it. And Deadpool and friends uniting to bring all the ifs back together with their friends. That's it. For the movie, I will say this is definitely one of the rare movies you'll probably get this year that blends live action with CGI characters, stuff like that, and it's just so seamless. It just works so good. All the imaginary friends you're gonna meet in this movie are definitely creative in different ways, stuff like that. They have different personalities, creative designs. It's just a breathtakingly original thing to see. I just love it. So many beautiful shots in the movie too that I didn't expect coming, with creatures going through windows, stuff like that. It just the CGI with the live action, it just blends so good. It's breathtaking. It's really great. I've seen movies kind of do this where live action CGI, Space Jam and shit, and it sucks. But this is definitely the whole opposite. It's definitely this is how you do it. This is the new standard. Good job, Reed Richards. The music in the movie too, you really don't praise music enough in movies, but the score in this movie too made you feel great. Like I said, it reminded me so much of Toy Story 1, those feels, stuff like that. Definitely one of those oh, you know what, when it's on Apple Music, some of those jams, I love it. Plus, I can't praise the little girl enough. Cailey Fleming, she absolutely carries the movie. Like I said, Ryan Reynolds, great co-star with her, but she if it wasn't for her, the whole movie would fall apart, just fall flat on his face. But she carries the movie so good with that imaginative childlike wonder, because the movie really reminds us that as adults we just get so caught up in our everyday bullshit life that sometimes it's just nice to go back to a kid when times were simple. I was really just saying to myself the other day, man, these kids today, they ain't got nothing to worry about. Let's go to school, get on Fortnite, rinse and repeat. None of this bills and life and stress. Please take me back. First time in a long time, really don't got no concept about this movie. In fact, this is a movie that I'm kind of just I would really like to watch it again for all the more little hidden details you might have missed and shit. So definitely, it's a movie you gotta go see. I can't say it enough. Go see this movie. The message of this movie is the fact that you don't have to do everything alone. You have imaginary friends. You have real friends to help you out on this journey we call life. And it's just amazing. It just reminds me of that, like, childlike innocence we all used to have, that we all yearn for. And I can't praise it enough. I love this movie. So go see it. With that being said, I'm easily going to say that If is definitely a very, very strong 9 out of 10, which is definitely worth buying on digital and Blu-ray. If it's officially in theaters this Friday, you're going to see it. You're not going to see it, type below. Let me know. Talk about it. Go check this movie out. See you guys in the next video. And as always, subscribe. Until next time.